In this video, I'd like to demonstrate how to use Python to make brute force against HTTP application or web application. Although we can use like Hydra or Medusa to do such brute forcing, in many cases, we still need to develop our own code. And Python is so powerful and easy to use, or easier to code. So enough said, let's just get started. Suppose we are dealing with this login page, and so how to do this brute forcing with Python very quickly. I'd like to show you. We can trigger this login request, and of course, in the meantime, we need to launch our Bubble Suite, and then the Bubble Suite can intercept the request, and then we can right-click to copy as Q command, and then go to this website. I also will add the link into the description section below. You know, this website is so great. As you can see over here, the request has been converted automatically to the Python code. So now we just copy and go to our PyCharm. You can use any editor what you are comfortable with. We can paste in here. So as you can see, we didn't code any one line. However, we have already done a lot. And of course, we need to do some modifications. For example, we need to import sys, and I want to make this block to become the function, and then we can loop through the word list to or replace by this our word list. So let me show you. We can define login and the username, password, and we can indent the whole block. Okay, and here we need to remove or replace by our argument password. And then we need to do some conditional if incorrect, not in response text. It means that we have already found the valid combinations of username and password. So we can print out some information. Valid combinations have been found, and we can username, password. Okay. Now we want to return true if response has incorrect words. It means that this compilation is invalid, so we can return false. Okay, so now we come to the major function. We can if main, sorry, not main, lim main, and then we can try except index error. We want to capture user's input. We can print the usage. The usage should be the usernames list, and followed by the passwords list. sys archive. The first element is the program name, and then we can exit the program except any other exception. We want to print out the error message as well. Something is wrong. And the error message is in the variable E. And also afterwards we can exit the program. Now we need to capture the usernames. Should be sys. The second element in the list, password sys. The third element, and then we can we can loop through these two lists, usernames with read mode, and for line 1 in F, read the lines, and the username should be line 1 strip any space in the front or at the end. And then we need to open the password dictionary with the read mode. For line 2, read the lines, so the password should be line 2 strip, and then we can pass these two arguments to this method or this function, the username and password. If return true, it means that we have already found. And also we can put the flag false, and then flag can be true. And also we want to exit the program because we do not need to continue. Okay. However, after complete this loop, no valid compilation have been found, then we can, if not crack, it means that we fail to crack the password, and then we can print out the message, no valid compilation is found. Okay, so I think that's it. We can run this program. Login attack user checklists. We can use very short word list to do this job, to do this debugging. User share checklists, passwords 500, press enter. The something is wrong, incomplete format. It means that there's something wrong in our code. So something is wrong, incomplete format. The username, oh sorry, I missed this placer, and now we can run this again. Hopefully we can get the valid compilation. As you can see, valid compilations have been found. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye.